I'm not sure what inspired me to first tell this story. Perhaps I'd already told my mom all the boring ones and never surprised her. Maybe after 30 plus years, it was finally time to come clean. I took a deep breath and began sharing a story I would have never considered telling her before. Mom, I began, there was this one time. She's always been a great listener. Her facial expressions were all correct and on cue with my stories. Yet this story seemed a little different. She seemed to receive it in a different light, with a different vibe. She listened with intent. And it seemed like she was thinking about all the words that I was saying. One Friday night, all my friends and I had gone out, and we found enough alcohol and other things to put us in a rather pleasant mood. 6 of us all climbed in my friend's mother's battle wagon. It seemed like the appropriate thing to call it, since it was an oversized station wagon. And we went out to find a party. Bob was driving in the most responsible way. He was perfect for the job. He knew when to be mature, and he never made any of us feel young or stupid when he talked to us, despite what he said. We had all been in the car for about 30 minutes or more, driving around. It was crowded in the back seat. I was bored. The music wasn't doing it for me anymore. Excuse me. And I looked at the guy next to me and I said, "Watch this." I was young, muscular, agile. I reached out the already open window and pulled myself through the portal up to the roof of the car. I was strategically placed right behind the driver so Bob couldn't see what I was doing. I very slowly pulled myself up to the front of the car. I enjoyed the breeze. I laughed. I got bored eventually, pulled myself all the way up and tapped on the windshield. And Bob, full composure, pulls the car over to the side of the road. "Damn it, Randy, get back in the car." I get back in the car. My mom, oddly enough, seemed unfazed by this whole story. She listened to it and she said, "That was dumb. Promise me you'll never do that again." I'm 34, Mom. I'm not gonna do that anymore. It kind of got it out of my system. She said, "Good. There's been something I've been wanting to tell you," she says, and perhaps this could be the next story slam opener. Don't tell your son. She said, when I was 16, and I'm doing the math in my head as fast as I could, 1957. She said, my friends and I were in the car and we'd been drinking. I'm like, I'm regretting already telling her my story. And she's going on with her story. One of my friends leaned out the window and touched the pavement. And my mom said, "I can outdo that." She said she didn't know whether she was inspired by a scene in a movie or whether she just had this great imagination. But she told me she had one of her friends hold her thighs as she arched out the window, going 70 miles an hour. And I'm thinking, I'm here, right? My reality, and she said she would touch her fingers on the pavement. And I thought to myself, boy, do I regret telling her my story? I said, I learned 2 valuable lessons today. One, I'm not as crazy as I thought I was. And my mother just one-upped me.